Hi everyone, I'm Aditya and welcome back to the channel. I am somewhere near Florence. This is our hotel. We'll be staying here for the next 2 days. The weather is good. It's cloudy, it's not cold and it's not raining. That's the important thing. But as you can see, the grounds are wet. Yesterday there were hailstorms coming in. We saw from our room window. The plan is till 3:30 we'll be sightseeing in Florence, and there is an optional excursion to Pisa. Some of us have paid so that we can go to Pisa. It's an extra amount of 25 euros. If you don't want to go with them, you can even go separately. But since the weather forecast is rainy, I didn't want to take that risk. Since we come with the tour, we have to adhere to their timings. I don't like traveling in the tour package, but this was sudden decision. I mean, everyone were booking, we were in a hurry, and I just booked it. Even next week Croatia also I'm going in a tour package, so let's see how it will be. Stay tuned and we'll see you guys in Florence.
There is a complimentary breakfast available at the hotel. Breakfast was simple with cereals, bread, croissants and some meat along with juice and milk. Due to some issue created by our driver, the departure was delayed by 1 hour after the organizers sorted the things out with him. We left at 9:30 and reached Florence by 10.
We just now reached Florence 10 minutes ago. This is the map of the main sightseeing locations. Currently we are here, and from here you will get the whole view of the city. So what we are gonna do is we take this bridge and go to 4, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12 and then maybe we'll cover these places. This is a very big square. You will get lot of shops like dress, souvenirs and some eatables as well. You can finish that, you can see the statue and look over the skyline of Florence. It's an amazing view actually. There is a river, and on the other side of the river you will see this UNESCO World Heritage City Center of Florence.
Since there is a lot to see in Florence, I recommend spending around 10 minutes seeing the statue. This place is also the top spot for seeing the beautiful sunset over the old city of Florence. I missed it, but if you have time, it's a must when you are here. Next location is the Tower of San Nicolo, which is the former defensive walls of Florence. There are 160 steps to summit and the entrance fee is €6. But it was closed when we were there.
You can see the river there and the outer wall. So right near the wall is the cathedral and the dome and the old palace. This map, whatever they have provided, is really good. They have mentioned some interesting facts that during the World War II, when the Germans came to bomb the city, they saw a bridge and it was so beautiful that even they decided against bombing that bridge. So we'll be going there, but currently we are heading towards the cathedral. It is one of the most prominent churches in Florence. Also was the burial place of the great Michelangelo and Galileo. And you don't need to take any public transportation. Everything is like from one location to another location. It's like 5 to 10 minutes walk. Whenever you're coming here or Venice for example, or any other tourist place, I recommend you guys purchase a map. You will get the maps in souvenir shops. From the map you will get to know where to go, and with the Google Maps you can just navigate.
We passed Arno River and entered the old city of Florence. I could easily identify the contrast difference between the new city and the gorgeous old city. Florence is in a class of its own, with the beautiful, historic and overflowing with Renaissance architecture and culture, with centuries old streets.
I just checked with the security. He told minimum 1 hour is needed to see. I got tempted, but 1 hour is a bit too much for me. So yeah, I'm skipping it. It looks really good actually. If Pisa was not there, it would have been good. Would have got more time. But yeah, it is what it is.
Just 5 minutes walk from the Basilica is the Bargello National Museum. It is one of the oldest buildings in Florence that dates back to 1255 and is the most important museum in Florence after the Uffizi Gallery. There are many important Renaissance sculptures and masterpieces in the museum. As you walk deep inside the old city, you realize why the historic center is declared by UNESCO as the World Heritage Site. This medieval city is enclosed within a wall that aided in the preservation of many unique architectural, historical and cultural features of the city. As I walked towards the center of city, I could see lot of shops and crowd as well. Local products such as antiques, handicrafts, glassware and especially leather are very famous here. The next place I visit is truly beautiful. You cannot come to Florence and not visit this.
We finally reached the dome. So everything is just 5 minutes walk from one location to another location. That's very convenient and it is massive. From the photos I did not think it will be so big, but after coming here, wow, this is huge. It totally blew my mind. This is a big Gothic structure which took around 150 years to complete, and this is also the main central square of Florence city. The structure is constructed with white and pink marble. This is huge. Whatever I saw from the front, I thought that was it. As I came behind, or maybe this is the front, I can still see this building extending all the way towards the other side, and here is the queue to go inside. There is no way I have time to stand in this big queue. Still extending, it's not yet finished, so it's still extending all the way over there, the building and the queue. Looking at this structure, there is no doubt in my mind that it took 150 years to complete, because it is super huge. Whatever the queue we were seeing, this is where it all boils down. This is the entrance. For this you had this queue all over the place. Should be really worth it. From the outside only it looks so detailed and so beautiful. I bet from the inside it will be much more beautiful and much more, architecture wise, painting wise, it will be much more beautiful. I had read about Florence as one of the major art capital. I'm really happy I came here because this place is blowing my mind. The whole town, not only this cathedral but the whole town is really amazing.
The Basilica is one of the Italy's largest churches, and until the development of new structural materials in the modern era, the dome was the largest in the world. To give you a perspective of how big it is, check out this next clip. The dome is open Monday to Saturday from 10:15 am to 4:15 pm through the free admission on the right hand door at the front of dome. The entrance reservation is not possible, but to go to the top, reservations are required, and it's a total of 463 steps. Additional booking is needed to go to baptistry and museum.
We are going to Maria Novella church, which is located outside of the walls of the city.
After leaving the majestic dome, I made my way once again to the beautiful streets of Florence. I came across many artistic buildings, one after another. There is not a single dull moment when you're walking in this city. Soon the rain started and it became heavy. With my broken umbrella, thanks to the storm in Venice, I reached Santa Maria Novella Church. This is very close by to the central railway station. The entrance fee is 7.5 euros. The church is open 9:30 to 5:30 pm from Mondays to Thursdays and 11:30 to 5:30 pm on Fridays.
Started raining, so I'm not gonna go near the place, and I have not even opened my camera. I'm just using my mobile. So we are going to the next location. Rain had stopped, but as soon as I came out, it started again. So yeah, I'm gonna switch off the camera now and I'm gonna hurry.
As soon as we hit the alleyways, I came across this amazing music coming from a nearby home. I split up from my group at this point. They headed for the cafe and I came to Uffizi Gallery. It is one of the most visited museum and also one of the largest and best known in the world and holds a collection of priceless works. After the powerful Medici family of Florence died out, their art collection were given to the city of Florence, and Uffizi is one of the first modern museums. I recommend booking tickets ahead of time. I came to Piazza della Signoria. There are three main attractions nearby. The first one is Loggia dei Lanzi, which is a beautiful art gallery that was built in the 14th century at the Piazza della Signoria. Michelangelo, one of the most prominent Renaissance artists, even proposed to extend the gallery along all sides of the plaza, but the Duke of Florence eventually decided it would be too expensive. It is one of the first open-air sculpture gallery spaces in the world. The second location is the Fountain of Neptune. The fountain was commissioned by Cosimo de' Medici in 1559. It has sustained a great deal of damage over the years due to vandalism and general mistreatment, but underwent a major restoration completed in 2019 that restored to its original glory. The third place is the Old Palace, which is the town hall of Florence. It was built at the turn of 14th century as the Palazzo di Popolo or the Palace of People, and throughout history has been called in several different names. It holds a copy of Michelangelo's David statue. From the outside, it may not seem like, but this is a very big palace. The entire construction rests on top of an ancient theatre of Roman colony, whose ruins can be admired in the underground level. This area can be visited with a separate ticket or a combination ticket which includes the museum and the archaeological site. The Ponte Vecchio is a medieval stone arch bridge and the only bridge in Florence spared from destruction during the Second World War. Butchers, tanners and farmers initially occupied the shops. The present tenants are jewelers, art dealers and souvenir sellers. The reason is to enhance the prestige and clean up the bridge.
This is built on the narrowest part of the river. When Medici decided to shift to the other part of the town, they wanted a bridge to connect, and this was the only bridge till 2018. And it was mainly constructed so that Medici could come from one part of the town to another part. And now there are a lot of shops on the bridge on either sides. As I was saying earlier, this bridge was so beautiful. During the World War, even Hitler allegedly told not to destroy the bridge.
In 1990, to honor and mark the 4th century of the birth of the great Florentine sculptor and master goldsmith Benvenuto Cellini, the leading goldsmiths of the bridge commissioned the Florence sculptor Romanelli to create a bronze bust of Cellini to stand atop a fountain in the middle of the eastern side of the bridge. If you are staying overnight, it is a perfect place to spend your evening walk under the city lights.
This is the last location, and I'm going to Palazzo Pitti, one of the largest architectural site in Florence. Used to hold the Pitti family. Afterwards, then it was sold to the Medici. Right now, it just holds some of the museums and art galleries. Once that is done, I think I'll go back to church and go inside because I still have time, and this is the last location. Anyway, to go to other places, I'll have to stand in a long queue, but in the church, the queue seemed to be small, and we need 1 hour. So I will have that time.
In the late 18th century, the palazzo was used as a power base by Napoleon and later served for a brief period as the principal royal palace of the newly united Italy. The palazzo is now the largest museum complex in Florence. There is a single ticket to enter the palace and its gardens, royal apartments, multiple museums and galleries.
I'm back to the cathedral. It's 3:25. When I check the maps, it will take me around 20 minutes to reach from here to parking lot. Try to leave here by 3:20. Around 3:45 I'll be in the parking lot.
Being the burial place of some of the most illustrious Italians, the Basilica is also known as the Temple of the Italian Glories. The Basilica is the largest Franciscan church in the world. Its most notable features are its 16 chapels. It took a total of over 90 years for the construction and paid for by some of the city's wealthiest families. In 1966, the Arno River flooded much of Florence, including Santa Croce. The water entered the church, bringing mud, pollution, and heating oil. The damage to the buildings and art treasure was severe, taking several decades to repair. The Santa Croce has become known as the Pantheon of Florence, as church contains many tombs and funerary monuments of famous Florentines. The church is a resting place of nearly 300 famous Italians. Some of them includes the tomb of Michelangelo, the great scientist Galileo, Machiavelli, and Dante. The interior is rich in art and detail. It was a unique experience for me as it was the first time I had seen such beautiful paintings and sculptures. You easily need 2 to 3 days to explore this beautiful city. There are amazing art galleries and museums, lot of church and cathedrals to visit. If I get another chance, I would definitely come here and visit everything. Everywhere you turn, you will be greeted with stunning art and architecture, making Florence an open-air museum in its own right. If you are coming to Europe, do not miss to visit Florence. In the next episode, I visit Pisa, which is just an hour away from Florence. I make my way towards the famous Leaning Tower of Pisa. Right next to the tower, you will find an impressive cathedral and baptistry. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned.